Kelsey was going about her day running errands. The whole time she didn't know someone was watching and stalking her. And this will be the reason why she disappears. And it makes it all so creepy because she's just going about her normal life, her normal day, and she don't even know what's about to happen to her. But thankfully, we have surveillance. And with the evidence and the clues that we now have, you're going to see some unsettling things that you're not going to like. Now understand and get this, during the time she vanished, it was without a trace. Nobody could find her. A lot of posters was up everywhere. She was even on the news.
Healing is never easy, but her family is trying to say goodbye.
Authorities now have surveillance video from a department store. Kelsey Smith hasn't been seen since.
A search team was out looking for her, checking all around. People from the public just came to search for her, and people found nothing. But there was one main clue that the police had to give to the public: the car. Because yes, the posters help because you get to see her hair color, her height, her color eyes, how she looked, if she got freckles on her face or not. But by them bringing a car up to the public saying, this is her car, be watch for it, it actually helped with this case a lot. Her car was easily spotted because of how old it is, and no one around this time was driving cars like this like that. Mind you, it did take a while for people to find this car. I don't know if a police found it or a witness found it and called the police. Long story short, a police came up to the car. It was on side of a mall late at night. No other cars was next to this car. It was just this car in this open parking lot. As he's walking up to the car, flashes his flashlight, look inside, he sees a purse. He checks to see if the door unlocked. It was unlocked. He went through the car first, just looking around. He sees a clue that terrifies him, that worries him a lot. But then he looks around again and he sees that she has a purse. Missing from this purse is her phone, her keys, all of her important stuff. The thing that worried him the most was her shopping bag, which means after she was done shopping, because we seen on CCTV footage, she was doing a lot of errands in these stores. It was like when she got in the car with the bag, she was just took. Because no one goes shopping and leaves their car in the middle of a parking lot that has gas, and of course leave the bag, what they went shopping for. So the police automatically start to think this has to be a kidnapping for sure. Oh, by the way, the mom and the father is there just watching the police. Yes, they was notified and they came to investigate the car as well. But you thought the bag was the most concerning thing. Here's something else. The police started to search all around the car, and as he checked outside of the car, he seen something hanging out of the trunk of the car. It was like this white plastic bag. Mom is shocked, scared. The father is like holding on to the mom. The mom don't even want to look. As the cop raises up the trunk slowly, gets his flashlight, look right inside. Police hearing the crying from the mom in the back, and it got the police thinking of the worst at this point as well. Now, before I tell you what's inside of this trunk, comment below, what do you think they will see inside of this trunk? Now, we'll get into that very shortly. I just have to tell you this because it's really important. The next day, they wanted to see CCTV footage around this area, so they checked with the workers to look at the footage, and of course they seen some things with their daughter. So what happens first is she walks in the store, and everything is going normal on CCTV footage at this time. You can see her collecting items, walking from aisle to aisle, and she's talking on the phone with her mom, because the mom did confirm, yeah, we was talking on the phone around the time that she was inside of the store. So we see her checking out her stuff with one of the workers, and she leaves the store. Everything is perfectly fine, at least we thought. As she was leaving the store and going to her car, even though it's very grainy, you can tell that she's putting her items in the passenger side, and then you can see her switch over to the driver's side and get in her car. Once this car leaves, they will never see this car for a very long time, until they ended up finding the car at the parking lot of a mall, not where she went shopping at Target. So if I did say she went shopping at the mall, I was wrong. She went shopping at Target, and she left from Target, and her car was found on the side of a mall late at night. When the police and the family went to the car, we getting back to the trunk that I was talking about. And as they was opening the trunk, everybody thought they was going to find a body in there, but they didn't. It was nothing in there but something that she bought and some personal item. And to be honest, this was a relief for the family that she was not in the trunk, because their daughter could still be alive. There was two main clues that the police forgot about that made this case went cold for years, like 7 years. The first clue, when the case went cold, all of a sudden it came back to light because they decided to do more digging on this car. Why not? They ended up finding a fingerprint. You might be thinking, after all of these years, the fingerprint is still there? How? If you think 7 years is something, because that's how long it was, there's been times with evidence that fingerprints has still been on untouched surfaces for 20 to 40 years. 7 years ain't nothing. So what that means, depending on the surface, because you know different objects, different materials have different feelings to it, so depending on the surface, it can last for decades on decades of a fingerprint just sitting there on that surface. And when they found the fingerprint in the car, they had somebody in mind. So they said, oh, Since we have this person in mind, let's go back to the CCTV footage. This is the second clue that they missed. The first clue was the fingerprint. The second clue was the CCTV footage. Because remember, in the beginning of this video, if you really was paying attention, and if you catch on to things fast, I said that she was getting watched the whole time. That's why sometimes when I say certain things in the beginning of the video, pick up on it, keep it in your head, because she was literally getting watched the whole time, but they didn't notice.
Staying far enough back that she couldn't quite see that he was following her.
When she went in the store, he went in the store. As she was going aisle to aisle, he was going aisle to aisle following her, but he kept the distance, just doing it so well that when the investigators at the time of her disappearance, when it was brand new, and as they kept watching it back to back to back, they didn't even notice it. So as soon as she finished, got her things from the checkout and went to her car, he left. To make it even worse, he parked his car not far away from her, like really close. So just remember, you could be out in public all you want, but that doesn't mean you're safe at all. And yes, we're doing another parking lot in public. Remember that video that I did a couple of days ago? If y'all be watching me daily, not daily, I don't post every day, but if you be watching me a lot, you know that I did a video with cases strictly with parking lots, dealing with 3 women in plain sight, and people don't even be seeing it. Now, of course, this guy fingerprints matched what was in Kelsey's car. Not only that, he had evidence on his clothes. There was some DNA evidence that police found inside his car. She was abducted in the parking lot. She was essayed and then murdered. And the creepy thing about all of this was, the whole time, he was just sitting in the parking lot looking for a victim. Wrong place, wrong timing can be a thing. And that's why I always tell you ladies to always carry pepper spray or something sharp. Because I know in other countries that you can't even carry pepper spray. In America, we could do so much here that it's crazy. And that's why all of the most craziest things be happening in America, because we can do so much. But for the ladies that's not in America, I say carry something sharp. I'll be saying things like pen. Just think about it this way. It's so much normal things that you can carry that's illegal, that's sharp, that can turn into a weapon. Just saying. And I always say, go for the eyes. The eyes is the prize, because if you can't see, the person can't really do anything. Not the nuts. Don't. If you can't even pull out your weapon on time, even if you do not have nails, still have somewhat of a nail that you can put in the eyes. Look, the eyes is where it's at. Trust me. This person has a gun, the best thing that you can do is go along with it. Pretend that you like it, even though you probably think you're gonna die. It's nothing you can do. You have no choice. Force your body language to be good. Act like, you know what, you need some excitement in your life because your life trashy anyway, so you glad that this happened to you. You know what, you don't have to point the gun at me. If you want me to suck your you could have just said that. Okay, maybe that was just a little bit too dramatic. You don't have to be that crazy. But by you making this guy believe that he just made a little mistake, yes, this is gonna make you seem as a SLUT, but it's better than you getting murdered. These guys do this for SA reasons, and because you seen this person face, they murder you so they don't get caught. By you making him really comfortable, feeling way less guilty, and just going along with it, this is the best way you can survive. And I know that this sounds like an experiment and it sounds really crazy. Do y'all remember that girl? A lot of you probably don't, but there was this girl who got abducted. This is a crazy true story that happened some years ago.
He said, if you scream, I'll shoot you. And he said, you're gonna come with me. I think I felt a moment of terror. I knew I just needed to do what he told me to do.
In front of her home, she got abducted. The man took her to his place. After he was gonna do the things he was gonna do with her, he was gonna murder her. But he didn't, because she did this one key thing. Made him very comfortable.
So I've never thought, why me? I've always known that it was me because I could handle this and I could help others with my story of survival.
She made this man so comfortable that there was almost like roommates. Yeah, she had to get tied up to the bed and chained up to the bed every night because he had to still be on his Q's and P's. Day by day by day, he would literally open up like a book to this girl, telling her everything that she needed to know about him. Literally. This saved her from not getting murdered, and she ended up sneaking out the house and running off, and she got away. And I don't know why people don't talk about this as much.
There are rules. And when you break the rules, do everything that I tell you to do.
Survive.
But make the person feel like, you know what, I need some excitement in my life. You gotta make them believe that when they leave, they really don't feel no guilt.
Survive.
You know, I'm not looking to hurt you. Not if you don't make me.
Yes, I know that this is not gonna work for everyone, but the reason why this may work for a lot of people is because, like I said, the main reason of SA reasons. You're a girl. You got something that guys don't have. This is why guys don't get abducted as much as girls, even though guys do get abducted. But that's usually for something way deeper. Maybe trafficking, maybe some beef got involved, maybe money issues. But I'm talking about randomly. Somebody randomly getting abducted for no reason is just usually always a girl, because y'all have something that we don't have, us guys. You already know what I'm talking about. And they want that. And I understand that it'll make you feel so like a SLUT, so not good about it. But let's just be honest. You seriously have no choice.
Then I realized there was little chance that I was going to win that fight. And it reinforced a mantra kind of going through my head of gather information, wait for him to be complacent, escape. It's just kind of, that was just rolling through my brain constantly.
It is unfair, but one of you may thank me in life, because you never know. With that being said, thank y'all for watching. I did go on an event, but this was a much needed event, a much needed event. I feel like we like family on a level, to where that I'm getting to a point where I'm gonna get like really deep and much more deep with y'all, because I don't know if you noticed, but I've been doing that a lot in the end of my couple videos lately. But yeah, I love you. Stay safe. Bye.
If you really wanna fuck with me, maybe you should come try and see.